Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
It is Wednesday. It is Wise Women's Wednesday, as a matter of fact, and I am glad you're here because we have a lot of things that we need to talk about today so that we can become the wise women we want to be. Anyway, come on in. Love to see you. Glad you're here. Thank you so much for those of you who share these broadcasts day after day. So appreciative. Thank you, Catherine, for being here. Good to see you. I'm just always so grateful, that anybody wants to hear from little old me makes me kind of happy. Anyway, glad you're here. Linda's here too. And here comes a bunch of other people. Let's do this. Let's have, yes, Sarah, happy Inauguration Day. I was a little teary, not gonna lie. Anyway, yeah, it was quite the day. And today is quite the day because it's Wise Women's Wednesday. Hi, Lizzie, good to see you. We have so many things going on too, including Melissa, who's here, and Jama. A Friday. This Friday, we have our pajama party. You coming, Doris? I'm asking. Are you going to come? All you have to do is go to savingdinner.com/PJS. Joanne and Diane, I know, are going to be there. You need to be there as well. It's going to be something else. Something else. There's my girl, Gwen. Who else? I just missed somebody. There's Lucy and Denise. Anna, of course, is here. So good to see you all. Hi, Juanita. Our InflaCrusher is the supplement of the week, and you are jamming on this. We're going to have to order some more. It's almost gone. Grab this at savingdinner.com/show. Not only do you get 4 bottles for the price of 3, but you get free shipping as well. All the details are there. savingdinner.com/show. You're going to learn about what this lovely supplement is all about because it knocks inflammation on its butt. How about that? Yeah, here y'all come. So we love this. You can check it out at savingdinner.com/show. And we've got our new mugs. Boop, 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 boop. Look at this mindful mug. Who wants one of these? I do. Oh, I have one. It's bright, shiny yellow, and this one has such a great quote on it. Don't get mad about the results you didn't earn from the work you didn't do. Cosmic 2x4s. That is what our quotes are all about. And the reason we have these quotes in there is because we are setting up environments for success, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about here with our quote decks. And by the way, Jenny and I are already buzzing about volume 2 because these ones are flying out the door. You guys are really gonna love the next volume. If you already have this, great. If you don't, get it. As a matter of fact, you can get 2 decks with free shipping. When you buy 2 decks, you get free shipping. This is a great gift. Here's, let me see if I can get one that we haven't seen yet. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Why are they sometimes upside down? You know, they are. But look, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. How true is that? Or, here's another one. Wait a minute. If you are persistent, you will get it. If you're consistent, you will keep it. Oh, gosh, hit me with your love gun, right? That's what these are all about. And you put them on your desk and you just let them do their magic. Look at them, read them, let it stir your heart, let it marinate in your brain. Put it on these cute little stands that we send with it. And then, it's just part of the magic that we do. Magic, yeah. It just, you know what it does? It just creates a new thought. It creates a new aha. It gives you an idea that things could be a little bit different because this is wisdom from the ages, This is wisdom from the ages. Jama loves hers. Everyone does. Everybody who's gotten this, nobody has said, oh, what a disappointment. Everybody has said, oh, these are the best things ever. Plus this stand, savingdinner.com/quote to grab it. you know, and grab this edition because the second edition will be coming out soon as these ones are gone. Now, speaking of quotes, we do a quote of the week, and this is our quote of the week this time. Be not afraid of going slowly, be afraid of standing still. Does that one get you? It gets me. You know, all of these quotes, we use Slack. Has anybody ever heard of Slack? We use Slack for our work stuff, and we have a little category called quotes, and I come across quotes all the time. I'm on the lookout. My reticular activating system is always listening and looking for great stuff. And when I find something, I drop it in there, and that's how we collect our quotes. They're just fabulous things to make us think, to the cosmic 2x4s that make you say, aha. And if you're anything like me, this all makes a difference. Our vibrant vision boards make a difference. That's what you're going to see on Friday. We're going to be doing some show and tell when we do our pajama party on Friday. And wine. Did I mention? There will be wine. Bring your own. You know, that's how that thing works. But it is going to be really, really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And if you have your vibrant vision board or you cut out some stuff for it, get it made. I want you to show your vibrant vision board. We want to talk about what it is that we want for our lives. This is our community. This is what we do together. We get together and we get to do this. How fun is that? I just love it. So I told you about our supplement of the week. Didn't I tell you about everything? Also, Fridays, we do questions. So if you have a question for me, nutrition or otherwise, cooking, I'll take them all. I've actually even done my hair because this apparently is like the do of the century here. How do you do your hair like that? I got asked one time, and I actually did my hair like this on a live Q&A. So you can pretty much ask me anything. I'll pretty much do it. Just always send them in. Send them in to support@savingdinner.com, and in that subject line, question for Leanne on Friday, and I promise you I will get to it. And don't forget, the show notes are always on the next day's newsletter. You just go to savingdinner.com to get our show notes. Plus, you'll get recipes, you'll get cool things, you'll get sales, you'll get all kinds of stuff. So check it out. Go to savingdinner.com for all of that. And last but not least, I do want you to know that on Monday we start our hydration challenge. This is the next thing that's on our list of things to do. We kind of pushed back the hydration challenge and went into, instead, we did the Vibrant Body Detox, which is over as of Friday. So the next thing, because we love being in community, we love being together, we love doing the next thing because we want to see our results sustained, is to do the hydration challenge. It's going to be fun. It just means getting the amount of hydration into your body that you need on a daily basis. I'll show you how to do it, exactly how to do it. You can go to savingdinner.com/station to watch the webinar. You're going to want to take notes because I bet you there's needle mover stuff there that you didn't even know about. And I dispel a few myths because there's, you know, a bunch of garbage like that around. So I want you to have all the things. And don't forget, if you want one of these mugs, you go to savingdinner.com/mug. 3 different ways to get it. And one will get it to you free. There's codes there and everything. And it'll tell you exactly what the Mindful Mug is all about, because I don't know about you, I need to be reminded to be mindful because it's so easy to be mindless, isn't it? So I've got everything. I did all the things. And now we're going to hop into today's subject matter, which is Wise Women's Wednesday. And we're talking about boundaries because yesterday we talked about how connection establishes everything. You know, whether it's an electric cord into the wall so that we can get a connection to our lamp and turn the light on, or it's a connection that we have with a person. Either to or with, it's important. We understand that about connection. We understand how connection really does light us up, and I believe it affirms our humanness and it affirms our worthiness to each other. It's really a beautiful thing. So, but we also need to be looking at how this connection creates the vibrant life that we want to lead. We understand that, but without boundaries, that connection is nothing. You can't have a connection with somebody who's going to run you over all the time, right? You can't have a connection with somebody who is going to be taking advantage of you on the regular, or expects that you're always going to volunteer or always going to do something. And it's not their fault. You know, we have to bring back to personal responsibility and take a look about what boundaries are and how to correct the ones that are out of date, and how to make sure that we keep our boundaries in place. You know, we learn boundaries early on, don't we? I mean, I did. I learned them early on. I learned that pulling the tail on a cat, by the way, was a bad idea as a child, as I got my hand mauled and bitten and scratched. I learned how, also that touching a hot stove would burn me. Literally learned that one as a kid. We learn these things by doing, and we put a boundary up for ourselves, self-imposed boundaries. Don't pull the cat's tail, and do not touch a hot stove. You will get burned. We learn those things. And then we also learn boundaries that our parents put on us that are, sometimes they're good. Boundaries like use your manners. Boundaries like kiss Uncle Frank even though he gives you the creeps. And then we learn that we have to do that or whatever. And later on we can, you know, correct those kind of things that we didn't necessarily want to do. But we learn all these boundaries. Some are good, some are bad, some are outdated, some no longer serve. And we need to recorrect. We need to recalibrate, you know, recalibrate. It's just what we have to do. So what we choose to believe is true or not dictates the boundaries that we set or we do not set. How about that? Have you noticed that? Sometimes we connect we make boundaries, and sometimes we don't make boundaries. And what it's all about, it's about what our belief system is about. And sometimes that just needs a little refinement. And what happens to us when we are brave enough to instill new boundaries into our lives, when we decide that this is the next thing that we need to do in order to create that vibrant life that we want to live? Well, great things happen. Great things happen. So, but I also want to remind you that we have boundary issues, don't we? Big time boundary issues. Is today the last day of the vibrant thing? I don't know. I'm just doing it. I'm still doing it. Okay, today's the last day. Whatever. Friday, I know I'm drinking wine. That's all I have to say. But 3 boundary boo-boos that we have is that sometimes it's too much yes. We say yes to everything because we're playing to this imaginary audience that we don't want to disappoint. We want them to always say, oh, you're so great. Don't we? I mean, that's old garbage. We've done that. I know I have. I've over-volunteered my life at the expense of everyone else in my life for this bunch of people I barely knew. Weird, right? But we do it. We over-yes. We play to an audience. We play to what everybody's expectations of us are instead of the people who are closest to us. Crazy, but we do it. Then there's too much no. And what's that no about? Oh, no, I can't do that. No, I can't speak to that group of people. No, I can't. Fill in the blank. And it's based on a lot of fear, a lot of preconceived old beliefs about ourselves that just categorically aren't true anymore. And when we're playing out of fear, we're not playing full out. We're not. We are playing to a very itty-bitty, teeny-tiny corner that's of our own making. And it doesn't serve at all. It doesn't lead us to a vibrant life. It squashes and squelches a vibrant life. And then there's the third thing, which I have been guilty of, and I hope to heavens, and I will, you know, absolutely ask Amber and Jenny and Mark if it's true that you can't be such a control freak. I have noticed in my life when I give other people their autonomy and their control over the things that they're doing and not micromanage them, then I get more time back, I get more control back in the things that I can actually control. Because when we get into the micromanagement thing and we think that we need to be over everything and we think that we're bossy and right and all of this all the time, you know what happens? We take our eyes off ourselves and put our eyes on everybody else, and it's up to us to fix the world. And how well has that ever worked out for anyone? Those are the 3 big boo-boos that we make with boundaries. You know, we've got to correct those. Not too much yes, not too much no. We got to go to the Goldilocks place of just right. Saying yes to the things that are absolutely brilliant, that are going to level up our lives and bring that joy to everyone around us, and saying no to the things that do not serve anymore, and not doing no out of fear, but doing no out of this is not the way it should be. You know, this doesn't serve anyone or anything. And then allowing that this control thing, allowing people to have their autonomy, allowing them to operate out of their brilliance, and not thinking that you've got to rule the world or everything's going to be, you know, somehow spiraling out of control and the earth is going to fall off its axis. It's just not true. It's just not true. So if we can get into that balance, we can start moving the needle on our own lives. But bad boundaries or no boundaries, well, what does that mean? You know, what does that mean? It leads to unnecessary drama, doesn't it? Have you noticed that? Unnecessary drama, and everybody is overreacting. Everybody is out of the loop, and it puts people, maybe you or others, into this place of being helpless, being victims, because there's no boundaries. Well, I thought you were going to do this. I thought you always do. But if you've never had a boundary before, and then suddenly you have one in your head, but it hasn't been pronounced out in public and vocalized, that's why I say it's so important to always have a voice in your life and what it is that you do and what it is that you say, so that you know you can alert the media, man. This is what's going on. This is what Leanne will do and won't do anymore. And here you go. Game on. We got to do that, because otherwise we're sending a written invitation to other people to run us over with their expectations, with their but you always, and all the other stuff. So remember this, that good boundaries are a gift to everyone. They're a gift to yourself. They're a gift to the people around you. They know what to expect. You know what to expect from yourself. And don't you feel, I feel like a big grown-up. I feel like a big girl when I do this. I feel like I am in charge of my life, and I can take responsibility, and I can step into a betterment of who I want to be. It puts me on task. It keeps me focused. This is the things that we need to do. Boundaries are important. You don't just let your dog go out and just run around and end up on the side of the road, run over, do you? You have a fence. You have a boundary. We always do. We have boundaries for our kids. We put them in playgrounds. We have boundaries for our children. We have them home at a certain time. We have boundaries at work. We have boundaries all over the place. So when we're not putting out boundaries for the people in our lives, we're going to lose it. And we're going to lose our good intentions. We're going to lose everything that we're hoping and dreaming and wanting in our lives. So here's the thing that Here's the thing though. As you're doing this, not everyone's going to come aboard. Not everyone's going to say, oh, good for you, Leanne, for putting up those boundaries. I'm really proud of you. No, you're going to get some pushback. I promise you, you will get pushback. When you bravely operate from your best self, which means that you have boundaries, there will be pushback from the people who are used to your old version of yourself that didn't have those boundaries or very ill-defined ones. You'll get it. Expect it. But I'm going to take you through all of this, and I'm going to also give you the ways that you can get ahead of it. Because, again, we're all humans, and we all have this great expectation that somehow just by having these boundaries, all is going to go well. And they lived happily ever after. Don't you wish? I do. I certainly do. I have had to put up with pushback from boundaries before, but there's ways out of it, because when your knownness shifts, the expectation is that everybody else is going to do it. So, for example, let's say that you had a girlfriend that you've hung out with, and you meet every Wednesday and you go for a donut and a big, cappuccino sugary thing at the donut place, and suddenly you're saying, you know what, that hasn't served me. That takes all my progress down and throws it away. And you say to your girlfriend, no more donuts for me. No more sugary cappuccino things. I'm going to instead, let's meet and have a cup of black coffee. And what they see is, oh my gosh, I'm losing my friend. She doesn't love me anymore. She wants me She's now, if she's going to reject me and my cappuccino and donut, she's going to reject me all the way. And if you say to her, my time with you is the most important thing in the world, and this is why we're meeting, I'm staying away from this stuff because it has not served me anymore, and it's causing me a lot of bodily pain or whatever it is. And keeping it very short, keeping it simple, because you don't owe them an entire explanation on why you're making this shift. But you do just want to let them know that you're still there, you still love them, and you're still going to meet up with them. You're just shifting things a little bit. And then, sometimes they'll get a little snarky and they'll think, oh, you're showing me. You're just trying to be better than me. Oh, you think that you're superior to me. I've had that come up too. No, not at all. It's just not worked for me, so I'm changing things up. Simple, easy phrase. Doesn't work for me, I have to change these things. Talk to my doctor. He told me I needed to make some changes. Whatever. One of the times, this is one of the only times that I say it is okay to push it on to somebody else. This imaginary nutritionist that you have, you could use me, this imaginary doctor or whatever. But oftentimes if you push it off and say, well, this expert told me to my face, this doesn't work anymore. I need to be listening to this, or I'm putting my health in jeopardy. It doesn't mean anything against you. Then your boundary is safe. But, again, you don't have to go through, let me get out my blood test, let me prove this to you. You don't owe people that kind of an explanation. You just owe them the encouragement and the encouragement, really, that you're not going anywhere, that you still love them. You just need to change what's on your plate. That's it. And the number 3 thing is that they love your beforedness. They loved you when you scarfed with the loaded French fries at the Sonic or whatever, or wherever those what is it, Waffle House that does that. They loved you when you did all these things, and it was a treat that you did. It was something that you did before. They don't love the new you. They think that you now think you're too good for them. And you got to go back to this whole thing and just reassure them that it's you that you want, not the treat that's not this supposed treat that's on the plate. When we differentiate and say, it's all about you, it's you I love, I adore, let's do this instead, that's the thing, then they're not going to feel nearly as bad. But, this is when we've got to avoid those kind of scenarios too. We got to avoid the scenario of constantly having to go back and explain ourselves and just lay it down like this is the way it needs to be for me. And there's no judgment. If you want to go and have cappuccinos and donuts and loaded fries or whatever it is, there's no judgment, and you don't make one. You leave it alone. Like when they're eating it, you don't say, wow, I wish I could have that, but I just can't. Or if they're eating that and you're looking at it and you say, well, that's going to poison you, and you start throwing down the judgments, you've just absolutely, your boundary now looks really mean and ugly. So you just pretend that that's not happening, and you just go about your whole thing of connecting with that person, just like we talked about yesterday, And right on, did you see what Jenny said? Yay for a supportive spouse. Amen. I mean, how incredible is it to have a supportive spouse? But sometimes they don't come along. And when they don't come along, that doesn't mean that you need to give up your boundary. It just means you need to put this stuff down and say to someone how much you love them. And like Sarah just said, which is absolutely brilliant, of course, the greatest gift you can give anyone is listening with your full attention. It's not about the food, it's about them, right? There's your connection there. There's your connection. That's the problem that we have, especially us food addicts. We get to the place of making it all about the food and not about the person. It's just they happen to be the person that we're, vacuuming with, getting out the Hoover and just guilty. I speak from a place of experience on this, y'all. This is not my first rodeo. I understand about food addiction. I understand about treats being all. And yeah, we miss out on that connection with our fellow humans and our loved ones and what have you, because it becomes all about the food. And when we shift those boundaries, we have to allow that person to know it's never been about that. It's always been about you. and being present with them, not on your phone, not gossiping about someone, but just what's going on in your life? How can I be a support? How can I be an encouragement? You know, they're going to feel good about your boundary and good about you. So take responsibility for your yes as well, you know, and your no. Because what you're doing is you're creating growth opportunities for yourself and for those people who are in your life, you know? It's really amazing. You don't have to be defensive about it, and you don't have to put them on the defensive. You own it. Here's a big thing. When you go to somebody and you're getting, you know, allowing them to know what your new boundary is, because when things shift, it's important to allow people to know what they can expect from us. Unless it's some random person calling you up to ask you to volunteer for the 80th time. But somebody who's close in your life, yeah, you need to kind of give them a little bit of a heads up. And you let them know that I feel this way. I've seen the doctor. This is what they say. I've been to a nutritionist. This is the advice that I've had from her. And this is what I've seen in my life, and it's really made a difference. I feel better doing this. And instead of, you always make me go out with you and eat that stuff. It's your fault. You did it. You. Use the I language. I feel, I believe, and this is important for me. And shift out of the blame. When we blame someone, we don't get anywhere. We don't get anywhere. They don't hear us anymore. They don't hear us anymore. They suddenly feel like, okay, she's just backed me into a corner. Why would I want to be a part of that? I mean, do you want to be a part of that? I know that I don't. I don't want to be a part of that. So boundaries also stop us from being the savior in everybody else's life. We no longer have to sweep in and save the day. And if that's been part of your whole thing, that you sweep in and save the day, you make all the phone calls that everybody else didn't make, you're the one who is setting up and tearing down and bringing the paper goods because everybody else forgot, you create an opportunity for growth when you say no more. You do. You say, you know, I can't do the setting up and the tearing down. I can't teach Sunday school this Sunday and every Sunday forever and ever, amen. I can't do these things, but I just want you to know I'm praying for you, and I have, you know, I have to make these boundaries. It's just, this is how I roll. You know, maybe I can do that next quarter. I have a few dates. I might be available for once or twice in quarter 2 of 2021, but I can't do it every Sunday. Whatever it is that you need to do. These are the ways that we allow people to know what they can expect from us, and we allow people to know what we think about ourselves. We show ourselves of worth, and not just constant doers at their disposal. It's a big deal. Boundaries give up the ability to create the habits we need. They do. They give up the ability to create the habits that we need. When we create boundaries, we give basically a yard, if you will, to grow those boundaries or to grow those habits that we want in our lives. Without them, they just disperse everywhere, and our good intentions just turn into a bunch of frustrations. So this is how we get vibrancy back. You know, this is how we create joy and allow the trickle down of what it is that we're doing to affect other people's lives, because it will. So here's the thing that you need to remember, really important. You become a woman of integrity with your word and your doing at the same time. Who you are shows up in what you do, not what you say. And so when you're connecting those two, oh, Mark, he has no idea. Yeah, there he is. Working on the closet. But when you are connecting those two, when you're connecting what you say you want to do and then actually doing it, this link, that's the integrity chain that you're creating in your life. And then you're keeping your promises to yourself, which means you believe more in yourself. It boosts our self-confidence as well. And then you also, for little eyes especially, your children, your grandchildren, even your spouse, they see the possibilities of what could be because you're living them. You've become an example. That's why your actions are so much more imperative than what you say. That's why I always say that who you are shows up in what you do, not what you say, because that's the truth. We can all talk a good talk, but are we walking it? And the last thing is, You create staying power when you do stuff like this. When you create a boundary, you create staying power. You don't lose the dog when you have a fence. You know, when you have the integrity of the fence around your yard, you don't lose your dog when you let him out. You know, and you don't lose your soul when you just put down your boundaries. So, you know, you're going to get resistance. You're going to get resistance from yourself. You're going to get resistance from other people. But if you push through and you hold fast, your boundaries are going to hold up the life that you want. They're going to give you your vibrancy back. They're going to create the vibrant life that you want to live. And not only that, you're going to be happier for it. You're going to feel like you are finally free of everyone else's expectations, of all the garbage that everybody's trying to put on you. You get to be the woman you're supposed to be. You know, and we're all here on purpose, put here by God himself at this time for a reason. You can't find out what that purpose is about if you're too gobbled down with everybody else's expectations of you. You know, he didn't put you here as a group. He put you here as an individual. You know, you later got married, you later had children, you later had this community that you have. But right now, you have an obligation and responsibility, personal responsibility, to be the very best woman, the very best version of yourself. Because when we live in this vibrancy, our purpose comes crashing down all around us. We get clarity on what it is, and we get to live it. Oh, isn't that just the best? Isn't that what you want? I know this is what I want. This is what we do. Put the fence up, gals. It's time. It's time for us to live our very best lives. 2021 is a flash. You know, here we are, January 20th. We're already 3/4 through the first month of the year. The rest of it, we can live victoriously if we so choose, if we so desire, and if we have those boundaries around our lives the way they need to be. There you go. Damn right, pinkies up. Ooh, there goes my potty mouth. Pinkies up, Sarah. Pinkies up to all of you. And listen, thank you again for showing up and being a part of this broadcast. Without you, it's nothing would be the same. So I appreciate you all. Noreen, pinkies up. Let's do this. Let's go out there and crush the day. Peace be with you.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.
Talk to them first?
We have to be live in order to talk to them.
Oh, so
I'll edit this part out. It's fine. Hi, lovelies. Thank you for being our test subjects.
Yeah, now let's not have that there. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. I'll edit that part out of the recording. So go for it.
Okay,
You're
great.
good. We're live.
We're live? Okay. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. All I can see is my screen. Am I supposed to see other things?
No.
I'm okay? Okay.
You're good.
I'm just talking to my presentation right now. But anyway, thank you guys for showing up and helping me with this. The goal here is to ask good questions. You can banter back and forth. If you would keep it, though, to not the Daily Dish show, only about this presentation. The audience for this it's called the Gorgeous Skin Workshop. The audience for this is, guess who? People who've never heard of me, Saving Dinner, nothing. It's a cold audience. They don't know anything. So let's keep our pinkies down. You never thought you'd hear me say that, right? Keep our pinkies down. Let's just go, like, it's all about, this is what the workshop is. These are my skincare issues. What about this or what about that when it comes to the Q&A? And have at it at the Q&A. But make sure it's on topic for this whole skin thing. And it's not going to take long. It's not a huge, long workshop kind of a thingy. We're trying to keep it shorter. But, the whole point of it is that we want to make sure that we're hitting all the boxes. Your critique is welcome. If you want to just, plop an email to us, send it directly to Jenny at community@savingdinner.com. and just say, here's my feedback from last night's workshop, and critique away. I mean, today, oh, well, I didn't, you weren't credible, or, I mean, whatever it is, don't say that. But you know what I'm saying? Say whatever it is that you need to say. But I want you to put yourself in a place of, you guys know me so well. Just pretend you don't know me and just see how this all feels and how this all lands. Okay? That's all. And Jenny will cut all of this stuff out. So, and then I'm also going to be introducing Jenny, because think about this: you come to a strange webinar that you've never been to, then all of a sudden this other woman's pipe starts talking, and you're thinking, who's that? So I'm going to have that as part of my introduction. I don't do this normally. You guys all know Jenny, you know Amber, you know all of us. So I will keep that the way it normally is for our usual for us webinars. But this is a cold traffic webinar. People don't know one iota about anything or anyone or nada. So I just want you to take a look at this, and if you see anything, any kind of gaps, I've really struggled with this, trying to make it succinct, not too long, not too boring, not too sciencey, not too whatever. There's a couple of repeated stuff in there, like talking about collagen, but I thought it was important to make sure that the point was made. But I'll let you be the judge of it, and you tell me give me your feedback when it's all said and done, and I appreciate it. All right? Okay. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You wanted me to just go ahead and start, right? How about if I just start then right now, Jenny? Are you good with that?
You start when you're ready, and then I'll work on editing it when we're done.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just timestamp wise, whatever. Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gorgeous Skincare Workshop. This is how to get beautiful skin at any age, and the secret ingredient 97% of women are missing. This is what you can expect today. We're going to give you a comprehensive overview.
Leanne, let's start over because I didn't put your slides up. My fault. Totally my fault.
All right. Let me get back. You
could introduce the workshop with you, and then when you're done with your introduction, I'll bring up your slides.
Wait, do what?
I just thought you could say a couple of words about what you're doing as a way of introducing yourself to people, and then I'll bring up your slides. That way they see your face and not your slides first thing.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, cool.
So whenever you're ready to do that, go ahead and put it back on play. So your thumbnails are, there you go. Tug your ear when you're done, and I'll put your slides up.
Okay. I feel like Carol Burnett. Okay. I'm so glad we had this time together. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, welcome everybody, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm Leanne Ely. I'm going to be showing you how to have gorgeous skin in this workshop, so buckle up. We're going to get down to it. Let's take a look at everything we've got, shall we? First of all, this is called the Gorgeous Skin Workshop, because don't we all want gorgeous skin? And how to get it at beautiful skin at any age. It's not just for the young, because there's a secret ingredient 97% of women are missing. And we're going to unpack all of this. So here's what you can expect today. First of all, I'm going to give you a comprehensive overview on how to feed your skin on the inside and on the out. And I'm also going to show you why skincare matters the very least, right? That blow you away? We have to start on the inside. And we also have to use collagen for the most impact. I'm going to show you how exactly to use it. Plus, I have an incredible offer, and I'm going to answer all of your questions. So my name is Leanne Ely, and I've been a nutritionist since 1993. I'm a New York Times best-selling author, the creator of SavingDinner.com, the first menu planning website on the internet. 20 years now. I'm also a spokesperson for Meals on Wheels, and I'm an absolute fanatic about my skin. You're going to see why in just a minute. So I want to show you this picture. This was, I think, right around 2014, the end of 2014, right around there. And this is what pustular rosacea looks like when it's healing up. Now, 7 days prior to this, my face was full of crusty stuff all over, red and weeping, and my face hurt to just move. Believe me, I was sobbing. I was not a happy camper. This is what I was starting to heal, and I was thrilled to death that my skin even looked this good. Then I learned about inflammation. We hear about that all the time. But what I found is that what you see on the outside is an exact reflection of what's going on in the inside. In other words, my face with rosacea was inflammation, capital I, and it was going on the inside as well. And you know what? It's like Humpty Dumpty. All the skin potions and all the dermatologists and all the prescriptions couldn't put me together again. It didn't work. It made it a little better for a minute, and then guess what? Another raging case of rosacea. And it was off and on and off and on. And I spent a fortune at the dermatologist's office and spent a fortune at Sephora getting all kinds of stuff to try to fix my skin. So when I started to figure out that I've got to start from the inside, that's going to go to the root cause, because the root cause obviously was inflammation. My skin was on fire because I was on fire. And I created my own 5 skincare pillars out of this whole experience. As I saw my skin getting better, as I saw myself not having to go to the dermatologist anymore and pick up all those expensive potions and skin creams and all the rest of it. When I got to that place, I knew what it was because I experimented with all of these and put all of them together to create what I call my 5 skincare pillars. And that is, you have got to start with an anti-inflammatory diet. An anti-inflammatory diet is absolutely critical. What you eat does affect how your skin is going to look. But it's not just that. It's also an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. Meditation and having gentle exercise became my new go-to instead of the debilitating hard exercise that I was doing. I'll unpack all of that later, but this was absolutely critical. This was foundational. And number 2 was collagen. I found out about collagen. Who knew? It was a structural protein and the basis for great skin. And then I found out that 97% of us are deficient. I'm going to tell you why and what we can do about it as well. Number 3 is that hydration is crucial. You can't have pretty skin if you don't hydrate. And it works in tandem with collagen, but there's certain ways that you got to do it. I'm going to show you how and tell you all about it. You have to start with supporting your skin from the inside first. And that was just a mindset shift. I had to think about that. Everything that I ate needed to either feed my skin or inflame it. And I knew that. And that was always my mantra. Support your skin from the inside out first. What goes on your skin is just as important because your skincare needs to be so clean you could eat it. You got me on that? Your skincare needs to be so clean you can eat it. No more chemicals. So here's the basics then for an anti-inflammatory diet and lifestyle. We know that food matters, and for a lot of us, dairy is the thing. For me, it was dairy and gluten. I was already off the sugar, thank heavens. But when you put that absolutely devilish trifecta together, sugar, dairy, and gluten, you're going to end up with your skin on fire. Blemishes, spider veins, all kinds of stuff. It shows up on your skin. It could be the trigger that's causing your problems. The thing is, it not only causes blemishes like horrible rosacea, but it also prematurely ages you. Then you have to add in the lifestyle part of it, because honestly, if you can't calm down, the cortisol that your adrenals are constantly throwing off is going to also be a problem. And it creates havoc not only in your body, but also having it show up on your skin. And then you got to add in the sleep. Sleep is absolutely crucial. This is when your body does all the repair work. That includes your skin. This is when it heals your skin. And this is when it generates new cells and cleans up the metabolic clutter that it needs to. So collagen too is absolutely foundational. And it was just blew my mind. The more of a deep dive I did, understanding how collagen worked, the more my mind was blown. And I'm going to show you pictures and show you exactly how this worked in my life, because it just completely changed everything. Because 75% of our skin is made from collagen. Doesn't that blow you away? Collagen. And as we age, we lose our ability to make as much collagen as we really need. When we're young, well, of course, when we're young, we can do anything. We're bulletproof. And we make as much collagen as we need. As we get older, we make less and less and less. So it's critical that we supplement with it. We don't eat it either. You know, remember our grandparents when they would be eating cartilage, breaking open a bone, sucking out the marrow, eating the skin off the chicken and the fat and all of that. And we just sit there and gag, right? We like boneless, skinless breasts of chicken. Well, I hate to tell you this, there's no collagen in there. We need to be either eating nose to tail and including the innards, or we need to supplement with collagen. Again, it's a structural protein. Every single thing in your body is made with collagen. That includes your bones, your tendons, your muscles, and your skin. Everything is all made out of collagen. And I also call it a beauty protein, because when you have adequate collagen in your diet, that means that your skin is thicker. As we get older, our skin naturally thins. Well, if we've got adequate collagen in there, it's going to thin a lot slower. It also helps to hold the moisture in it and gives us better textured skin. And I will tell you, you know this, you've seen it yourself, that when we have a collagen deficit, it makes itself known loud and clear. You've got dry, dull skin, lackluster hair, brittle or even soft nails, achy joints, muscle aches, weaknesses, all kinds of stuff that we just say, oh, it's just aging. No, it's not. It's a lack of collagen. So let's go to the hydration part too, because, you know, we all run around thinking, yeah, we got to drink 8 glasses of water a day. And if I drink a cup of coffee, I'm going to have to have 2 extra glasses of water. That is not true. I'm going to show you exactly how you should be hydrating and what you should be doing, and even a formula to make it work for you. Because your lack of hydration or your hydration levels, wherever they are, that's going to show up on your face in a major, major way. So here's the formula for the hydration equation. You take your weight, you divide it by 2, and that's what you need daily in ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you divide that in 2, you need 75 ounces of hydration a day. Now, what is hydration anyway? What counts as hydration? Well, it's not just water. Isn't that good news? It's not just water. You can also count your coffee. You can count your tea. You can count your bone broth if you're drinking it, or soup. You can count your smoothie. Anything liquid counts as hydration. How about that? This is what the new science teaches us. And I know all the old science is telling you that you get, you know, it's a diuretic when you have the coffee and you need to drink double 2 glasses or 1 glass of water, whatever. Simply not true. The new science tells us that's not true. So here's what I do, because it is easy to forget about hydrating and getting in as much hydration as we want. Once you kind of figure out how many cups of coffee a day you're drinking, or tea, how much broth or whatever it is that you've got, you think about that, you subtract that from whatever you need daily after you've done your own hydration equation, and then the rest of that should be in water. That's when you pull out your water bottles and you fill them up accordingly, and you create what I call a hydration station. That's where you put your water. set the alarms on your phone to go off every hour to remind you to take a couple of quick lugs so that you're not ending up floating away at night and getting up every 2 hours to go to the bathroom and interrupting your sleep. This is how we do it so we get hydration throughout the day. It is amazing. It works, and it makes you feel good too. Your skin will show, it'll show up on your skin. And the other thing is, I go back to this is a supportive thing that we do from the inside first, because we all look at this. I don't know what your cupboard looks like, but mine was filled to the brim with all kinds of skincare. I had magic potions from hither and yon. I'm telling you, more skincare than you can shake a stick at. I was wild about it, trying to find the right one. And everybody is like that. So instead of dealing with the root cause of skin issues, we have a tendency to want to put a Band-Aid on it. And that's what skincare is if we're not looking at the root cause as well. So when we start with what needs to go in instead of what needs to go on, we really benefit because it shows up. You will see it in your skin. You will see it in your hair. You will see it in your nails. You'll even feel it in your joints. That's how effective collagen is. And it needs to be, obviously, consumed daily. That's what makes the big difference. I'll show you pictures. I've got the pictures to prove it. So the other thing is too, I will make a case for good skincare, because what goes on your skin needs to be clean. Your skin is your biggest organ, and anything that goes into it and on it gets absorbed by your body into your bloodstream. And guess what happens if your body doesn't know what it is? You get an immune response, which could trigger inflammation. The thing is, your body needs to be able to identify what's going into it. If it can't identify it, then it could be a problem. So the other thing you need to look at is if you can't eat it, your body can't identify it as well, because your body understands food. Your body understands nutrients, because nutrients are information for your body on how to feed your cells, giving your mitochondria what it needs, all of it. This is what your body works off. But the first thing that it wants to know, is this a friend or is this a foe? Do I need to give a reaction to this? Or am I just going to let it in and start doing all the work that needs to be done in order to heal your skin? It's pretty important. So, and I'll tell you, these are the 5 things that completely changed my skin. And here is the proof. In 2013, I was 55 years old. And you can see, if you look there on my jawline, is starting to fall a little bit, and I've got a little bit of a turkey neck going on there in 2013. Okay, and in 2000, and then I started dealing with the rosacea on top of that in 2014, and started getting it cleaned up in 2015, 2016 is when I started getting really intense with the collagen. That's me in 2018, just before my 60th birthday. And this is me in 2020. This was taken a few months ago, and take a look at that. 62 years old, better jawline, better textured skin, and my neck has certainly improved. This is collagen. So what is it? Well, guess what? It's kind of gross. It's made from skin and tendons and bones and all kinds of stuff. And it comes from cows and chickens and some other, you can even get it from fish. But this is the structural protein that we get from other animals. And it's important because of the support that it gives to your body. Our body also makes it. But like I said, the older we get, the less we make. And this is fantastic. I thought this was such an interesting fact that our bones have more collagen in them than calcium. We always think about our bones being nice and strong. Well, it's the inside of the bone that where the collagen is that creates the structure for that hard bone to be on the outside. Did you know that? It also supplies flexibility, strength, wound healing, and even cardiac health. So we feel better when we've got an adequate collagen in our diets. Also, we look better. No kidding, right? Skin, hair, and nails. No kidding. When it looks better, we feel better as well. So here's the problem. We don't make collagen like we did when we were younger, and we aren't eating it either. So how do we get it in? Here's the short answer right here. Since we're not going to eat toe to nose to tail, and we're not going to be eating innards, are we? No, most of us aren't. We need to start our day with a delicious smoothie. This is made with our fabulous Perfect Paleo Protein, one of the best collagens on the market. This is a proprietary formula for us. And I'm going to tell you why I love this so much is because in it is mostly collagen. It's like 90% collagen. And like the chocolate flavor, for example, is just a little bit of natural chocolate flavor, cacao, and some stevia. That is it. Most other formulas you'll see have all kinds of other things in it. We want to go right to the heart of the matter. We need collagen. Give it to me straight. So what can collagen do for you besides give you pretty skin? I had to throw this in because I would be negligent not to tell you this stuff, because it supports your body in absolutely every single way. Even the integrity of your cell has collagen in it. Your joints will be less achy. You might even be able to eliminate joint pain. I have seen it myself with some of my coaching clients. Weight loss gets much easier, and I'm going to tell you more about that because that blew me away. All new science, by the way. And of course, your hair, nails, and skin. This is after a regular program of taking in collagen every day. It's going to blow you away. So here's the thing we know. Collagen deficits show up. You know what it looks like. We get it with wrinkles. We get it with cellulite, stretch marks, saggy skin. It shows up because there is a deficiency in your skin's collagen. And 75% of your skin is made of collagen. You know that now. So if you don't have adequate collagen, of course your skin is going to sag. Of course there's going to be wrinkles. Of course there's going to be cellulite. Your dry, lifeless hair, those are, and hair loss as well, are hallmarks of a collagen deficit. And that goes for your nails as well. And I'm going to repeat this. It is not normal aging. It's a collagen deficiency. Excuse me. Arthritis and joint pain are connected to a lack of collagen, as a matter of fact, and so is weight loss resistance and the inability to feel full. Does that blow you away or what? All connected to collagen. And same with your gut. You got a leaky gut, you know what that is to have bad digestion, connected to a collagen deficit. So what can you do about it? So this is really simple. You've got to start including collagen into your diet absolutely every single day. Now, a couple of things that you can do. These are several things you can do. I do all of these except number 2. And that is to drink bone broth. You can make it from chicken feet. I know. People just freak out the first time they do it. And then after they've done it for a while, made it in the Instant Pot, and great recipe. It's really simple to make. Delicious. You just have to get over yourself with the chicken feet. Now, you don't have to use chicken feet, but that's where you get the most collagen. But chicken bones from a roast chicken, and you make this fabulous broth and you drink it daily. Also, you can eat the chicken skin and the innards, and you can break open those bones and suck out the marrow if you want to. I'm going to bet you're not going to do that. You can do a perfect paleo protein smoothie daily. Now we have them, you can do like shots where we make a big batch of it and just have a couple of shots of it a day, or you can make a nice big breakfast smoothie first thing in the morning. Amazing. Tastes like a fast food shake. I am not kidding. No dairy, super creamy, and really delicious. And you can also help your body make its own. We have a supplement, proprietary formula called Beauty Support. So there's science here, tons of science that support all of this. Not only are you going to have all of this happening, but you're also going to get a better mood and more calm, because collagen actually boosts serotonin. So this is the thing that we need serotonin not to be depressed. It really helps us out. It also helps improve sleep. It helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep. Plus stronger muscles and stronger bones. I don't know about you, but I need that. and a healthy heart, lower blood pressure, and even a stronger immune system. So this is why we need to be really intentional about getting collagen in. Because remember, collagen won't show up in your diet unless you're eating nose to tail and unless you're eating all those innards. And supplementing is crucial. It's easy and it's delicious to do. And if you are making any kind of soups, or having some broth, make it bone broth. Homemade is best. And it really is quite delicious, and it will give you tons of collagen, plus a lot of micronutrients as well. Then you do the perfect paleo protein, make that your smoothie, take your beauty support with it, and watch the magic happen. And I've always wanted to say this, but wait, there's more. Yeah, I got stuck in PubMed on this. Here's the thing. When you're in pain, collagen will fix that. There's joint pain studies that they did at Harvard, and they found that rheumatoid arthritis pain and inflammation were significantly reduced with regular collagen use. Spanish study on osteoarthritis, same deal. Look at what the UK researchers saw. Pain going down 43%. Germans saw 78%. There are hundreds more studies on pain, on everything that weight loss resistance, everything connected to collagen. Go into PubMed.com and you can do a deep dive yourself and read all of these new studies that have just come out recently. And the weight loss stuff, this is pretty cool. It helps with weight loss, specifically deep abdominal fat loss. Now, this is interesting because this is the hardest fat to lose. It's also the most dangerous because this is what creates that big waist that we don't want to have. We want to have a smaller waist. For women, we want to have a waist that's 35 inches or less. That's less dangerous. And this is what the science tells us. So getting rid of that deep abdominal fat is key. Collagen helps also to maintain lean body mass. So as you're dropping the fat, this could help accelerate your fat loss. How about that? And even more, it helps you to feel full. They did a clinical trial and they found that collagen was 40% more filling than soy, whey, or pea proteins. And I don't know about you, I've had all of them and none of them sustain me the way that collagen does. It's also high on the satiety and helps to tame your hunger hormones. So what about skincare? Remember, I said you need to be able to eat it. Well, it is crucial. We need to feed our skin on the outside as well as on the inside, but it needs to be so clean, right? It needs to be so clean. Our Wise Women's Skincare Trio deeply moisturizes your skin using a proprietary serum with all natural ingredients that calm, nurture, and protect your skin, plus 2 skincare creams, one for your face and one for the delicate skin around your eyes, over your lip, and on your neck. And yeah, if you wanted to, you could actually eat this stuff, but I'm not going to recommend it. It's not that delicious. There's better things that you can do with that skincare trio. And I'm talking about putting it on your face in the morning and also at night. So if we put all these pieces together, you've got your perfect paleo protein, clean, pure protein with just a little bit of stevia, a little bit of chocolate and vanilla. And we also have an unflavored as well. We've got beauty support, an amazing proprietary formula to help you make your own collagen. It's fabulous stuff. Plus the Wise Women's Skincare Trio to feed your gorgeous skin. And here it all is. All 3 of these products, and we put them all together for you. And I thank you for showing up. There's a little button that you can press to get more information about these products. You are going to save over 20% when you order them all together. You can take a look at this at savingdinner.com/beauty. Grab that link or push the little button that's underneath this presentation, and you can go see all of those products. Remember, you're going to save over 20%. Not only that, but you're also going to get free shipping in the contiguous United States. And we were going to send it out priority so you can get your products just as quickly as you need them. And then we're going to answer questions, of course. But if you have any question beyond tonight, you can send it all in to support@savingdinner.com, and we will be all over it. So let's get to your questions.
All righty. So our first question tonight is from Carol. So what about moisturizers and skin treatments? Are they needed too?
Let's see. Moisturizers and skin treatments. Yes. Moisturizers and skin treatments. So we use, this serum, the body clutter. It's body clutter. It's from the Body Clutter brand, but it's the Wise Women's Serum. The Wise Women's Serum has everything in it that you need. All these nutrients that are in there, and there's like 13 of them. There's honeysuckle. There's all kinds of things that you see in Korean skincare. And all of these things nourish and moisturize your skin on the outside. So I like to think of it as sort of, you've got it working on the inside, and you also have it working on the outside. It's amazing stuff. It works really well.
Our next question is from Lizzie. I have trouble with facial hair, especially around my chin. Is there a way to fix this naturally? I have spent so much money on waxing, etc.
Okay, Lizzie. Well, listen, post-menopause, women naturally get hair on their face, or even during menopause, it starts to show up with all that fuzz. You can fix that and go to Amazon and buy these little tinkle razors. They're under $5, and learn how to take it off your face yourself. I do it all the time. And I learned this from a dermatologist, if you can believe it. And that's what she said to do. Used just a regular razor for a while, and then I didn't like the way it felt. And also I felt like such a guy. So I learned about these tinkle razors and how much better they were. And you buy them, use them a few times, and then you want to throw them away. You want to keep it very clean. And there's all kinds of YouTube videos that show you how to use this, how to use these razors so you take care of the hair. How do you like that?
And our next question is from Carol. Does how much hydration you need depend on whether it is summer or winter? In the summer, it is very humid here. In the winter, it is dry. I've been drinking a good bit of water, but I feel that I still need more in the winter.
Understandable. Yeah, I think we do. And then we take a hot shower. That's a little bit dehydrating. One of the things that you can do is use your formula. We have to start with the formula, right? That formula is just, this is what our body systems need. This is what our skin needs. It's really important to start with the formula and then move beyond that. You can do different things. You can add mineral water. You can add mineral water with a squeeze of lemon. That's really super hydrating. But my strong suggestion is that you start there and then move up. One of the things that I do, like during the summer, I'll use like 3 drops of this. During the winter, I use 6 each time because I need the extra moisture. That's from running the heat all the time. But we just add extra moisture on the outside. And then on the inside, you just take it as you go. Maybe add 10% more, a little bit more, so that you feel good. But there's really no actual in the formula for the summer versus the winter.
All righty. This question is from Tracy. How does 2 to 3 ounces of wine a night affect our skin? Would drinking a few ounces of wine a night be a need to drink a few more ounces of water, unlike not needing to for our coffee?
Yes, because that is a dehydrator. And I would also just recommend no woman should be drinking wine night after night after night, even 2 to 3 ounces. You should skip a night at least. The studies have shown that you're more susceptible to breast cancer if you're drinking every day, even that small amount. So I would strongly suggest that you designate a couple of days a week that you're going to enjoy your wine. I have no problem with that. I love my wine too, but completely change the way I drink wine. since I saw that study. It really, it's pretty compelling. We need to not be drinking quite as much. You get resveratrol from wine, especially red wine. And it's a very good, it's an anti-ager. It's also helps your immune system, boosts your immune system up. So it's fantastic. But again, you just need to not be doing it all the time. And then, yes, first thing in the morning, you might want to start out after having wine the night before. You might want to start out with a good, I do an entire, here's my water bottle right here. I do an entire water bottle the next day, right when I get up, just because, everything needs that hydration. Your liver does, because your liver's had to process that alcohol. Your kidneys do, because they're also doing a lot of work. Your body has to kind of, while it has the good stuff that it's getting out of that wine, it also has to process that alcohol out. Water helps.
Alrighty, and this question is from Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Where can we find clean products for good skin?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Right here. This is it. We have our body clutter, a Wise Women's Deep Moisture Serum. We have the eye, neck, and lip cream. This to me is crucial, because you see neck creams, you see eye creams, and nobody ever talks about this tender skin that's right here. I had a guy or my dermatologist said, he said, you don't, excuse me, you don't smoke, do you? And you know what it was? Using a straw. That delicate skin here will get wrinkly easy. So I stopped using straws. Not 100%, but I mean, maybe I'll use a straw 2 or 3 times a year, but I don't use a straw on a regular basis. I used to drink water out of a container with a straw, and I was just, wrinklies. So I stopped that. Also, this delicate skin, and this delicate skin all needs the same babying. So why not have it all in the same cream? This is extra emollient. It really goes in. It has like 13 different ingredients, all natural. Like I said, I'm not going to put it on my tongue and eat it, but I could. That's the whole thing. And then when you put the serum on first, after you first wash your face, when you put the deep moisture serum on first, then you take a pump or 2, depending on how dry your skin is, and you put that on directly after, and it all sinks in together. And it gets deep in there. There's squalene in there, and it gets deeper into the skin tissue, more layers of skin. So it's fantastic stuff. And again, they have, like, the serum has a very slight smell in it. They use, there's rice oil in here, rice bran oil in here. There's honeysuckle extract. There's all kinds of good things. They all have, a different thing that they do for you. They have things like, there's anti-inflammatory properties in there. There's nutrients in there, and there's transporter oils to get it all deep within. And you can go on this page that right here and just click on that page, and you can read all the ingredients that are in there. Just go take a look at everything that we have. And you can order this entire bundle for 21% off. I think it's even more than that. I'm not sure. But it's a great big discount. We'll send it to you for free shipping, and we'll send it to you priority so you can get it in just a couple of days. That's what we're doing here, because I want you to have beautiful skin on the inside and have it on the outside as well. And when we use this protocol, all 3 of these things together, that's when we start to see the magic happen. And as a matter of fact, I have something for you. And when you decide to order this, and I know you're going to, but when you decide to order this, what I want you to do is write on your calendar when you got it. Take a picture of your face. Seriously, take a selfie. We all know how to do that now, right? Take a picture of your face 30 days later, after doing a perfect paleo protein smoothie every single day, taking the beauty support every single day, and using our Wise Women's skincare. Take another picture. And I promise you, you're going to see a huge difference. A huge difference. This is how we manage to get beautiful skin at any age. Because I'm all about not being anti-aging. I am pro-aging, but I want to be the best that I can be at 62. And I know you want to be the best at your age too. So we got to take care of things from the inside out. Any other questions?
Oh yeah, we've got some really good ones. And this one goes along with what you were just discussing. This is from our Yolanda. How soon can I see improvements in my skin if I try the 3-pronged set of products?
Okay, this is it. 30 days. Give me 30 days, Yolanda. Seriously. And I want you to take the picture. Who's with me on that? Let's take pictures. Let's take pictures because, isn't it amazing how much your skin responds? Do you know that we turn over skin cells every 30 days? So while we're doing this and while we're babying and taking good care of our skin, while we're feeding our skin on the outside with the nutrients that it needs, in the meantime, taking the beauty support and drinking those perfect paleo protein collagen shakes every single day, can you imagine? So 30 days to really see some significant difference.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And Lizzie would like to know, how much collagen did you take in the beginning to heal the rosacea?
Oh, that was a good question. At the beginning, okay, so, my rosacea story, at the beginning, it was just cutting the dairy out. I had to cut the dairy out. And then, as I recall, I started with a smoothie like in the morning, and I had another little half smoothie in the afternoon. At that time, there was no beauty support. We didn't have any beauty support. We didn't have the skincare either. Just collagen. That's all I did. And it made a huge difference. I saw my skin get better. The thing that really blew me away was just how my jawline started to tighten up and how the texture of my skin, it felt thicker. It didn't quite feel as thin. And just even the tender skin under your eyes, I mean, it stopped being less puffy. But, again, that's from pulling out the air out of the inflammatory bus's tires, because I wasn't putting anything any more inflammatory inside. And then I was doing a lot of bone broth as well. I mean, I was on the bone broth wagon. I've written about that. It's in my cookbooks, how important bone broth is. It's absolutely critical, along with the program, using the beauty support, using the collagen, the perfect paleo protein, and using the skincare morning and at night.
Okay, and this one is from Jane. My dermatologist has recommended using a cream which is petroleum-based for dry skin. That just seems wrong. My arms and legs are very dry in the winter. What do you recommend?
Well, what I recommend is the same thing, because I get very dry too, and especially the heat. Usually, what I do is I turn the heat down to 65 because I'd rather be a little cold in the house than and put on a down vest to keep a little bit warm, because all that heat going on and off and on and off, it just dries me out. You can use a humidifier. That really helps. I use a humidifier as well. That helps a lot. Obviously, stay on your hydration game. That helps as well. And then you want to maybe dry brush your skin. And remember, when you dry brush, you use a dry boar brush bristles, and you do it toward your heart. You just keep brushing gently. You don't want to make your skin bleed from it, but you just do that. What that does is it helps exfoliate some of those dead skin cells. Then take a nice shower, wash it all off. And then I would strongly suggest just some plain coconut oil. And then put that on all over. That has caprylic acid, which is one of the ingredients in our skincare line as well. Caprylic acid is amazing for healing skin and for hydrating as well. My second thing, though, is not just stop there, is to put a good lotion over the top. Remember, you want to stay away from petroleum-based lotions and also mineral oil-based lotions. Mineral oil-based lotions actually absorb your oil-absorbent vitamins. So vitamin E gets just sucked right up with the mineral oil. Isn't that terrible? So strong suggestion, yes, do the coconut oil, but then put a little lotion over the top of it, and you'll feel like a new woman, and your skin will be really happy.
Fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy would like to know, can you explain how and if fasting helps our skin?
It does. Fasting is fast. It's one of the best things that we can do for part of the metabolic clutter. And as a matter of fact, when we intermittently fast for, say, 16 to 18 hours, we go into this thing called autophagy. And autophagy means that our bodies are now on metabolic cleanup mode. So what we found is that skin tags suddenly disappear. I had a client who had warts on her hand, gone, which was interesting. She started the intermittent fasting. For me personally, I lost all my stretch marks, and I carried two very large children. I almost had a 10-pound baby. My daughter was 9'14" when she was born, and my son was 9'8". So two big babies back to back, and I had stretch marks that looked, they looked like claw marks almost on my stomach and my belly, completely gone. Also on my side, on my hips, I had them. They're gone. It also works with cellulite. Almost there. Exercise helps too, but also cellulite is very responsive to this kind of a thing. And it's just basically it's a cleanup of metabolic clutter, and autophagy acts kind of as a Pac-Man and eats all that stuff up. It's fantastic. It's one of the things that you can add in, and it's easy to do. Just don't snack after dinner, and then just maybe a couple of times a week you skip breakfast and eat when you finally get hungry at lunchtime. You've just fasted 16 to 18 hours and given your body that extra boost of cleanup. It's pretty cool.
All right, Terry's asking, is there a difference between mineral water and the sparkling water I can make at home using a soda stream without added flavors?
You don't get the minerals. You just get good water. I mean, obviously you're going to use filtered water. You get good water, and you're not getting a bunch of, sodium from the seltzer and all of that. Now, I am not anti-sodium. I'm anti too much sodium. Sodium is required for every cell in our body. Our heart would stop beating if we didn't have enough sodium. It's important. So we get, kind of woo-woo about sodium and freaked out about it, but we want to get the best that we can. So when you're looking at mineral water versus regular water, I do both. I do a bottle of Pellegrino every day because it's a treat for me. And I'll take a lemon or a lime and squeeze it fresh. And I love that. The juice is, you get all that right away, that vitamin C. That's kind of an electrolyte drink right there. And it's very refreshing and feels good. It feels really, it's lovely. Once my water is gone, then I can move on to the Pellegrino. So that works really well. You can add maybe a pinch of pink salt into your water. You won't even taste it, honestly. You won't even taste it. And that way you'll get the benefit of that little bit of salt. And remember, pink salt, Himalayan pink salt, is an ancient sea salt, is what it is. And there's tons of minerals in there, some of which we haven't even been able to identify yet. So that's a cool thing. And you might want to, do that if you use your soda stream.
All right. And our last question is from Yolanda. Are your products non-pore clogging? I have a flare-up with many products.
Oh, I'm the queen of sensitive skin. I had the obviously the rosacea and all of that, but I can't put anything on my skin. I can't put, all those natural deodorants. When I put them under my arm, I immediately get a rash. So everything in this, yes, it's non-comedic, I think is how you say that, but it doesn't clog your pores. It's just lovely skincare. There is no, here we go. I'll show you, like if that makes any difference, right? But there is like very, very light scents. And the scent that is in any of our skincare product is because that was what was put in there. There is no fragrance added to this. It's from either the honeysuckle, there's marigold in some of them. You know, there's tons of different stuff, and it's just so emollient and so nice. It goes in, you know, oh yeah, I'll take that. It just sinks right into your skin. It's not sticky. And I will tell you, you know, we guarantee our products 100%. And if it doesn't work for you, return it and we'll take it back. But I love it. And it you know, this was made under my specifications because of my tender, sensitive skin. I have a whole bunch of stuff. I can't even tell you how much money I've wasted on skincare and how much money I had to throw, you know, how much stuff I've had to throw out. I had a high-end skincare that I got from my dermatologist way back when. And I remember this. My daughter and I were on a trip for her to find a college. And we're at this, you know, at this hotel. And I'm putting this stuff on my face. I'm following, there's like 18 things that you had to, you know how they do with those expensive. I spent $500 on the skincare regime for the cleanser, the astringent, the this, the that, the on and on. And so when you're looking at this for $88 and for how long it lasts, I mean, it's nothing. But, you know, I also don't have big ads in magazines that cost an absolute fortune either, do I? But this skincare is heads and tails above the stuff that I was putting on my skin. When I woke up the next morning, my skin was red, my eyes were shut. I mean, and my face was throbbing. And this is the top skincare line out there. I can't touch it. So I'm very sensitive, just like you are. That's why this is, you know, that's why we have this. Thank you. I think it's a bargain too, Lizzie.
That was our last question.
That's fantastic. Well, listen, I appreciate you for showing up. And again, if you have a question that wasn't answered here, we're happy to support you. Please send it in to support@savingdinner.com. In the meantime, you click on this button underneath me and get right there to the page and see all of the things that we're offering tonight. If you buy the whole package, and that means getting all of these things, you're going to get it for 21% off. And not only that, you're going to get free shipping, and we'll send it out priority because I know you're going to want to get into this stuff. And one more thing, I want you to take a picture of your face. As soon as you get your products, I want you to take a picture of your face, put the date down in your planner that you took this picture of your face, and follow the protocol to the letter. Do a smoothie every single day. Take your beauty support with it. Use the skincare morning and at night. And then in 30 days, I want to see your picture. I just know you're going to be gorgeous. Your skin is going to be gorgeous. So thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate the fact that you show up. Thank you so much for saying that, Carla. Yeah, there's a lot of science here that supports what we need to do for our skin. We all want beautiful skin. Well, if we follow the science and we follow the logic, we're going to get it. And that's why this is such an important thing. You can go to savingdinner.com/beauty to pick up your skincare package right now. And thank you for joining me for the gorgeous skincare webinar and workshop. I'm so glad you showed up. Take care.